Hello, welcome to Rose's Finance.
Please watch this video till the end. We have included news and updates from several states. Don't miss any news. Stimulus checks in Alaska. Alaska residents may get a check in the mail for another 13 to 20 weeks thanks to the federal state extended benefit program. But only some residents qualify and checks will go out as long as the money pot funds remain, as reported by media. Additionally, some Alaska residents may get payments from the state's annual oil wealth checks. Fresh hope for 2 more rounds of checks. After approving President Joe Biden's $3.5 trillion domestic spending package, Democrats are now set to draft a massive social spending package. It's likely to be funded by tax hikes on the wealthiest Americans, investors, and large companies, Business Insider reports. President Joe Biden has proposed a 28% corporate rate, higher than the current 21% level. Kyle Pomerleau, a tax expert at the American Enterprise Institute, told media the tax changes could raise $800 billion. That's enough money for the government to finance 2 more $1,400 stimulus checks, similar to the ones most Americans received in the $1.9 trillion Biden stimulus law during the COVID pandemic. Around 2/3 of residents in California are eligible to claim a $600 check as part of Gavin Newsom's Golden State stimulus program. Some will receive a $500 or $1,100 payment. Californians that earn less than $75,000 are eligible to claim a stimulus check, but there are some conditions. Taxpayers must also have a valid Social Security number to claim the cash, and they must not have received the first payment. According to National Interest, the majority of state stimulus payments will be sent out by direct deposit, and they should arrive between now and October 15, according to media. But those who filed their tax return after August 20 are likely to face a wait of around 4 to 5 days so their check can be processed. Some will receive their stimulus checks in the post, and they will be sent from October 4 until the end of the year. Why is Social Security going up in 2022? Social Security checks are rising in value for 64 million Americans next year. Social Security checks are going up in value thanks to an increase in the cost of living adjustment, COLA. This is given to recipients when the price of consumer goods go up, also known as inflation, and prices have risen sharply recently due to the crisis. Prices rose 5.4% for the 12 months ending September, the Labor Department confirmed today. This compares to a 5.3% hike for the period ending August, it noted. The majority of state stimulus payments will be sent out by direct deposit, and they should arrive between now and October 15, according to media. But those who filed their tax return after August 20 are likely to face a wait of around 4 to 5 days so their check can be processed. Some will receive their stimulus checks in the post, and they will be sent from October 4 until the end of the year. Why is Social Security going up in 2022? Social Security checks are rising in value for 64 million Americans next year. Social Security checks are going up in value thanks to an increase in the cost of living adjustment, COLA. This is given to recipients when the price of consumer goods go up, also known as inflation, and prices have risen sharply recently due to the crisis. Prices rose 5.4% for the 12 months ending September, the Labor Department confirmed today. This compares to a 5.3% hike for the period ending August, it noted. Social Security payments are going up by 5.9% in January, the government confirmed Wednesday. That means the average 2022 Social Security check for a retired worker will increase by $92, from $1,565 to $1,657 a month, according to the Social Security Administration, SSA. Meanwhile, a typical couple's benefits will rise by $154, from $2,599 to $2,753 per month. The average monthly benefit for disabled workers will go up by $76, from $1,282 to $1,358 a month. Here's why seniors are demanding another round of payments. A group of senior citizens have demanded to be sent new $1,400 stimulus checks, citing a rise in their cost of living. The Senior Citizens League wrote to its supporters detailing their plans for a petition for the extra cash payments for retired Americans that came after estimates predicted a boost of 6.2% to the cost of living adjustment, COLA. An increase of that size would mark the biggest surge in monthly payouts since 1983. But that is causing concern for a number of senior citizens. Mary Johnson, Social Security and Medicare policy analyst at the Senior Citizens League, told media. They are worried as a result they could face higher costs in other areas, especially if the income boost pushes them into a higher tax bracket. A non-taxable stimulus check would help alleviate those fears, petitioners say. Johnson said some of the group's members have been forced to eat one meal a day or cut back on their prescription drugs. Aid for the homeless. More than $125 million has been allocated to support New York City's homeless population. A report outlining New York City's recovery plan stated the measures are only the beginning. It read, "The city's decisions to invest these funds now will help keep New Yorkers safe, restart the economy, rebuild the tax base, increase equity, and enable greater economic growth in future years." Tax refund backlog. The Internal Revenue Service has warned some might experiencing delays in their tax refund. The reason is that the agency is currently experiencing a massive backlog of 8.5 million unprocessed individual returns. According to media, the IRS announced it had 8.5 million unprocessed returns, including 2020 returns with errors and amended returns that require corrections or special handling. Moreover, the agency has also to sort stimulus checks, child tax credit payments, and refunds for tax overpayment on unemployment benefit. California orders new car insurance stimulus checks. California has ordered car insurers to provide larger refunds because they enjoyed increased profits during the coronavirus pandemic. Between March to September last year, insurers returned an average of 9% of premiums, according to the California Insurance Department. Companies should have returned 17%, according to the analysis. In fact, insurers have shortchanged policyholders by $125 per car on average, reported media, citing advocacy groups. The lack of refunds has led to California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara expressing frustration. "On behalf of consumers, I am out of patience," Lara said in a statement. Agriculture Department sends out cash. A whopping $700 million has been set aside by the U.S. Department of Agriculture to compensate staff who incurred unexpected costs, such as having to purchase their own PPE and taking unpaid leave. They deserve recognition for their resilience and financial support for their efforts to meet personal and family needs while continuing to provide essential services, Vilsack said. This grant program is another component of this administration's efforts to ensure assistance to alleviate the effects of the pandemic is distributed to those who need it most. U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack announced the bonuses earlier this month, applauding the social and economic achievement of workers who kept food on the table. Stimulus checks for returning to work. People in some states could receive an extra stimulus check worth up to $2,000 if they return to the workplace. For instance, Republican Doug Ducey of Arizona proposed the Back to Work plan in May. Gov. Ducey wanted to get as many Americans in the state to rejoin the workforce by Labor Day, September 6, media reports. People are back in the office, restaurants are at full capacity, and tourists are flocking to our state. Americans that landed a full-time job would receive a one-time stimulus check of $2,000, and there was a $1,000 cash payment for people who scored part-time positions. Kentucky has returned to work stimulus plan. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear revealed in June that up to 15,000 residents in the state would be paid a $1,500 bonus if they returned to the workplace. He said, "We want every Kentuckian working and participating as we sprint out of this pandemic with our economy booming. We wanted the right solution, not a red state or blue state solution, to thread this needle right to energize our thriving economy while looking out for those still trying to emerge from this once-in-a-lifetime pandemic who desperately need help. This is a step in the right direction for our people, our economy, and our employer." Many states did not offer return-to-work money. Many states, including Idaho, Illinois, Florida, and Kansas, chose not to introduce a return-to-work incentive once the unemployment assistance scheme ended. New York's stimulus is just the beginning. A report outlining New York City's recovery plan stated the measures are just the beginning. It said, "The city's decisions to invest these funds now will help keep New Yorkers safe, restart the economy, rebuild the tax base, increase equity, and enable greater economic growth in future years." Officials are also investing $52.5 million in a bid to bring tourism back to pre-pandemic levels. Thanks for watching. Leave comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.